Ojeya,
Nondereweli,
Ojeya,
Olungo,
Ojeya,
Nondereweli,
Ojeya,
Mr. Erickson Njoku,
Ojeya,
Ajelibe,
Ojeya,
Mr. Tawa, I don't come again.
Ojeya, Ojeya,
Don't come there.
Ojeya, Ojeya,
Mojemara Jemawa,
Ojeya,
Etera Koka, Iroka Ongo,
Ojeya, Ojeya, Ojeya,
Gerald Melumba, Nanamu,
Ojeya,
Politico,
Ojeya,
Naga Moriki,
Ojeya,
Zino Derrick, Nolingani, Olungo,
Ojeya,
Nondereweli,
Ojeya,
Olungu Koko,
Ojeya,
Nondereweli,
Ojeya,
Olungu Amio,
Ojeya,
Nondereweli,
Ojeya,
Olungo,
Ojeya,
Nondereweli,
Ojeya.
Etera Koka, Iroka Ongo.
Welcome back, and yes, we are still making sure that you have enough entertainment this morning. And yes, talking about entertainment and information, it is our priority to give you entertainment like back to back, and information just the right one that befits you, and the right one at the right time. And right about now, we are going to talk, did you know? And yesterday I promised us that we are going to talk on aspects of did you know, which is the elephant, and we are going to be finding out amazing aspects about the elephant. Yesterday we tried to talk about a few concerning the elephant, amazing facts about the elephant. Why is it the totem of the Bakuri people, and why are there the other amazing facts that we are going to talk about. Now we begin with the first. So did you know that an elephant's memory is not limited to its herd, nor it is limited to its species? In one instance, two circus elephants that performed together rejoiced when crossing paths 23 years later. Elephants have also recognized humans that they once bonded with after decades apart. Let's say you went to if you want to meet an elephant, let's say you go to meet an elephant, and probably maybe after several years later, let's say 23 years, and this elephant is able to recognize you, or able to have like connect with you, having that memory of 23 years ago. Now that's a long time. Did you know about that? Okay, we move over to the next one, and this one says, did you know the elephant boasts the largest brain of any mammal, as well as an impressive the size of the animal's brain is relative to its body size. You can imagine how big an elephant is, right? So if they say the size of the animal's brain is relative to its size, geez, that's a very, very big brain there. So we continue. Did you know the elephant's brain is remarkably similar to the human brain, with as many neurons and synapses, as well as a highly developed and cerebral cortex? Did you know about that? Now this is just describing an elephant, and one of the reasons why it is the totem of the Bakri people. Where is the highest place you can find an elephant? That you want to find out, go and ask Bakri man. I'm not going to give you our, what's it called? Is it our secret here? I'm not going to give you our secret, but just know that it is the totem of the Bakri people. And They say, I hear the story that when you go to the mountain, you're going to see elephants. Is it true? You want to find out, then visit Mount Fako. But just make sure if Asamoto does not meet you there, you don't have an encounter with a Asamoto. We move over to the next one, and this one says, did you know? Don't try to oversmart an elephant. They have an understanding of basic arithmetic and can even keep track of relative quantities. Don't try to oversmart them. Like, these animals are intelligent. Their intelligence is one of the things that we can't even talk about. And also, elephants communicate using everything from body signals to inferred nubbles that can be heard from kilometers. You know, the sound that the elephant makes with the trunk. So all of that, they communicate, and you could actually get the sound from meters. We're talking of kilometers away, and now that's a very, very long distance. Okay, we move over to the next one. Did you know elephants can recognize 12 distinct tones of music and recreate melodies? They can recognize. Did you know that elephants can recognize 12 distinct tones of music and recreate melodies? I'm sure you didn't know about that, right? So on our Did You Know page, you get to find out amazing and interesting facts. And also, did you know that elephants are one of the few species who can recognize themselves in the mirror? Elephants do look at the mirror. Where do they see the mirror? The mountain. Maybe one of the stones there. It's a mirror. In the forest, where do they see the mirror? Now that's my point of concern. Where do they see the mirror? Like, where do they see the mirror? And that is it for our Did You Know this morning. Hope you got to find out something interesting about elephants. And like I said, if you want to know more about elephants, go to the mountain, and just so you don't meet a Fasamoto, and just so you don't meet the other things that you can meet in the mountain, or just meet one Bakri man. For the ladies, you can just find yourself one Bakri man. He's going to tell you. It's the ones that know the culture, because we have this young generation, but they'll still know a few of them. So just ask a few questions and you will be told. Okay, so that was it for our Did You Know this morning. Hope you got to find out something interesting about elephants. Yes, talking about elephants, I spoke about celebrating some persons, and yes, we are going to do that just right after this musical break. Don't move a muscle. It's Milo's Jessica.
Beluebe na wapaki Unendolo yobe mende Oyawi wobe umakua Endi munda oligogo Data rukane ina data donli pa Manga Williams Eja nebano kwa Erambwe majo kumbeni Kangomo Lembe Beluebe na wapaki Unendolo yobe mende Oyawi wobe umakua Embie munda oligongo Embori ya ruya kona Onembano yobe menje Kanao ande mbora mukala Naongo enejeni Embori ya ruya kona Embano yobe menje Embio munya nanu Ongo tono me ndande juleke Eonye miaru me akuwa Erambo emajujeya Wao jongwane Ongo tono me ndande juleke Eje mokonone Eje mokonone Etute mwe bagogo Nanu Alikombe nanu Ati mwe Mututani baba Aende ikweane ikane ndilowe loa o jongwane loa o jongwane ibaye mono mokona loa o jongwane iya ikweane ikane ndilowe iya ikweane.
Welcome back, and yes, we are still talking entertainment and information. And right about now, I told you people that there are some living in Douala are practically trekking their lives out, like trekking their lives to work and back. What can I say? It's really a sad one. It's really stressful for those in Douala and those in Yaoundé, because they have to trek to work. And this in fact, people literally fight at the fuel station. Yes, they fight just to get fuel. And even though the communique of the Minister of Water and Energy Resources a hard time for them to get fuel, and streets and the roads in Douala are dry. Imagine you trekking a distance of several kilometers to work and back. Will you even walk? Will you be able to go to work the next day? Now that's the question. And you have to trek all through then, and then you still can't find fuel. You still can't find fuel, maybe back from work, or still get it maybe the next day. So it's really a sad one there, and I must say many persons are having a hard time over there in Douala, Yaoundé and the other parts. Yes, away from that, we are going to talk culture. Let's talk culture. The recent launching of the Bando Yavako Festival has taken place in Limbe. I'm talking about the Bando Yavako Festival, cultural displays and so many other things went on there. Let's have a view of it, and when we come back, we talk more.
Today, the 9th of December, and we are sitting here in Limbe. We are at Town Beach. The event is going to kickstart with a canoe race. As you can see from ourselves, they are already ready. Who are to go for the race are already ready. They are set. Right now, we are waiting for the chiefs who are processing into the ceremonial crowd. It's going to be a 6 day of culture. It's going to be a 6 days of networking. After Limbe, we are moving to Tiko.
ladies and gentlemen.
See the distance.
Headed here by Dr. Namagangongi, who is the chairleader of the Mbando 2023 Steering Committee. He's been working tooth and nail, working with the elites, working with other traditional rulers, working with everybody who has an in the Atlantic Ocean, ladies and gentlemen. And so as we focus, we are having a beautiful time here. We are having the moment.
No joke. My people from Mongo, they're for my front. See Johnny. Mongo people. The Mongo people.
To get to the sandy beach before they stop. And here they are. Let us stand up and cheer Mongo. Mongo, Esimo, 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 Esimo. All the teams should line up behind their captains. So you space out, you give 1 meter from the next person. Mongo. Yeah, voilà, c'est bon. Et... all the paddlers of the champion canoe, Mongo, stand behind your captain. Please, let's put our hands together for Waterland.
Today is a wonderful day where the Fako people have decided to converge after several decades of the almost non-existence of the Bando Festival. The Bando Festival is the nexus of the Fako man. It is where the Fako man or the other tribes that make up the Fako subdivision, division have their cultural display and cultural manifestation. It is also that time when certain decisions are taken for their customary reasons, and that is why we have begun here the 9th of December 2023. We have started here in Limbe, where the Ikanea, the paramount ruler of Limbe, formerly called Victoria, decided to host this event. And mind you, we have come here today before taking part in the canoe race, where we had 4 different communities. We had Botaland, we had Bimbia, and we had the other village, Bimbia 2, that took part in the canoe race. We had a libation that took place in the heart of the Atlantic Ocean. In the heart of the Atlantic Ocean, because the Fako man believes in the God of the mountain and in the God of the sea. And this is exactly what we have come to do. The Atlantic Ocean is bearing us witness. Today, after the canoe race, the champion turned out to be Mongo. Mongo, which is a village found in Tiko subdivision. And Mongo defeated the other 3 villages. This is expected because Mongo have always been a champion. They were champion also in the Ngondo festival that took place in Douala a few days ago. And to continue, I want to inform our viewers that the Mbando Festival is a 6-day event that is going to last and move from one town to the other. It's going to move to Batoke. It is going to move to Idenau, I beg your pardon. It is going to move to Tiko. It is going to move to Muyuka, and it's going to be crowned up at the Vako, where we call Vako, where this division derived this name from, the mountain, Mount Fako. That is where this Mbando Oya Vako festival is going to be crowned. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I want to guarantee you that after this event, the Paramount Chiefs actual displays, we are going to do something special as the event unfolds. So stay tuned to High TV, as High TV is going to bring to you minute by minute updates of what is happening with the Mbando Oya Vako Festival 2023, and we are going to share with you detailed program from now henceforth. Okay.
Mari Jojo! Mari Jojo! Il est dans les loups. Il est dans les loups. Non, mais il y a un nouveau volet.
As the coordinator of the communications committee, he mobilized all our efforts to be here today in Limbe at the Down Beach, where the entire delegation, all of us in a gentle walk from the palace, came down to the Down Beach Esplanade, where we had to witness the canoe race, and we saw the winners of the day carrying the crown. Coming from Mungo, they have done their best. But we are saying that we will not let you stay without following what we're doing here. We have given you live coverage from the High TV and the Njoku online media platform for you to savor what the communications committee of the Mbando Oya Vako has put in place for you. Today, we are here in Limbe. We are done with Down Beach. We are wrapping up here to go to the Centenary Stadium to watch a football encounter organized by the Fako Mbando Sports Committee. And this is just to crown the day in Limbe. As we look forward to move to Idenau, we'll move to Tiko, we'll move to Moyuka, and we'll crown it in Boya, where the gods of the mountain, the chariots of the gods of Fako, edition of Mbando Oya Vako, and it's going to move on next year and the years to come. So we want to say that everything is going to be well. Thank you.
Live everywhere.
Hey, doctor.
Docteur Mono, on n'est pas toujours là. Je vais te donner ça. Okay, today the very first day has been overwhelming. We are happy. I think, in my personal opinion, it's beyond expectation. This is better than even what we planned for, what we expected. And I think that it's the beginning of new, wonderful and elegant things for Fako, and this is just the beginning. And we are hoping that this afternoon is going to be as elegant as this morning too. The health team was here present to do all the coverages, and the sanitation team as well. And it's been extremely wonderful. We are proud, we are privileged, and we are definitely going to continue to make sure that we carry this yearly practice from decade to decade.
I don't know how to do the drum, but I don't know how they sound it. I should say they sound it for machine.
Welcome back, and yes, we are still making sure that you get the best of entertainment at the right time. And yes, now we move over to something else this morning, which is our topic of discussion, and it is Cultural Wednesday. So I'm asking the question, what's your favorite African dish, and how often do you eat it? What's your favorite African dish, and how often do you eat it? What's your favorite African dish, and how often do you eat it? So let us know in the comment section. Tell us about your favorite African dish, and maybe how often you eat it. Is it once a week, twice a week, 4 times a week, 3 times a week? African dish, like, let me say, if your favorite African dish is fufu, imagine you eating fufu. Guys, like, you have to eat fufu 4 times a week. Papa, you drop that African dish, you take rice. It's not somebody's daughter that you go and kill when you marry them to be pounding fufu for you. Anyways, like I told you, we are going to be celebrating some persons today, yes, and we are currently streaming live on our YouTube channel. So do well to drop a comment there. What's your favorite African dish, and how often do you eat it? So do well to drop a comment there and let us know where you are watching us from this morning, so I will be able to greet you and send out my love to you. Right about now, I told you we have some amazing persons to celebrate them this morning. I talk of hardworking. I mean, he literally puts his footsteps, he literally stretches his hands to everywhere. I'm talking about Robert. Robert is +1 today. Happy birthday to you, Robert. All I can say is many more years. For a Bakosi man that you are, that likes to eat fufu twice a week, you'll be very careful with that your fufu. If not, you'll be turning the fufu alone. Yes, you'll be preparing the fufu, so you reduce it. Happy birthday to you, Robert. It is amazing. It's amazing to level up, and leveling up is one of those things that we get to do it only once a year, except you're a slave queen that you have like 4 different birthdays. But when we talk of birthdays, you get to celebrate your birthday just once a year, so it's almost like Christmas to some people. So it's Christmas today for Robert Iwane. Happy birthday to you, Robert Iwane. It's Christmas for you. I would say it's Christmas. All I can say is enjoy the day, have fun, and all I can wish for you is many more years. Have the best of the year, enjoy, and celebrate it with entering, you know, for people who end the year. I mean, it's already like, I would just say happy new year to you. Happy new year to you, Robert. Happy birthday. Okay, we move over to the next person, and like I told you, we are celebrating persons today, and persons of great impact, those who are doing amazingly. Yes, we move over to the next person this morning. I'm talking about why is it just guys that are in this, it's like okay, let me see, January to probably, you know, Christmas season, and then they give birth to them at the end of, but it's supposed to be 9 months actually. So we move over to the next person this morning. I'm talking about Brandon. Happy birthday to you, Brandon. Many more years. That is Brandon Kofo. Happy birthday to you, Brandon. Many more years, aka London Boy. How can I forget his other popular name, aka London Boy? Happy birthday to you. Many more years, greater heights, greater achievements, greater goals your way. In fact, all the good things in life, you deserve it, and they could be yours if you work hard. And when I talk of working hard and working smart, happy birthday to you, Brandon, aka London Boy. Keep updating. As you level up, keep updating your status, keep updating your life, and update, even in fact, love your way. Happiness are my wishes for you this year. And we move over to the next one, and I'm talking about Dominic. I don't know why he decided to give this name to himself as Savage Boy. I don't know why. Yes, I'm talking about Dominic this morning. Happy birthday to you, Dominic, aka Savage Boy. Happy birthday. I hope this year brings you greater achievement, and as you end the year, you start next year with lots and lots of. You have already started your own new year. Today is the beginning of a new year for you. You're not waiting for the year, like the year to end. It's a new year for you because you're leveling up, you are adding age, and all I can say is happy birthday to you. Amazing start of the day. Let your day be filled with so much greatness, so much joy, and let the year come with so much achievements and greater heights. And there's a lady in the midst of all of this. There's a lady in the midst of all of these celebrations. I'm talking about Karen. She is an amazing lady, a lady who when we talk of not just hard work, when we talk of resilience, when we talk of a strong woman, when we talk of women that creates impact in the society, we're talking about Karen. Happy birthday to you, Karen. All I can say is many more years. Enjoy to the fullest, and may your day be so great. Let this year add up, let this year level up, let this year be to the greatest. In fact, let it bring you so much joy that you look around and you're like, okay, I didn't see this coming. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. From me to you, it's love. And yes, that is where we call it quits for the birthday celebrations. And like I always say, if you're jealous and you feel like, okay, you too, tell me about your birthday and we are going to celebrate you live here. We move over to the next item on our list this morning. Happy birthday once more to all those who are leveling up +1 today. Even if I didn't mention your name and you're watching us right now, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. From me to you, it's love. And we move over to the next, which is contributions here. I'm talking about contributions. We have the very first one, Alice, the black African beauty lady, and she says one of her favorite African dish is fufu and eru. If Alice does not eat fufu and eru, bayangi girl, straight from Manu Chemtimbo Manu, what will she eat? Thank you so much for contributing, Alice Cha, aka Enoma. Thank you so much for contributing. And yes, thank you, but you didn't tell us where you're watching us from. Yeah, you didn't tell me where you're watching. So we have other comments, but hey, we are going to take them just right after this musical break. Don't move a muscle.
Papa, Mimba, Manu.
Ah, yeah. Ijilebam. Nanyo.
Nyo, papa.
Nanyo.
Nyo, papa.
Tout le monde était zéro, taper les mains. Encore taper les mains. Aïe, roujae. Mokia maja. Wejeli we bamwe. Oli ane monyengi mandolo. Yao. Waeni wa maja. Wejeli we bamwe. Eli ane monyengi mandolo. Yao. Ewoka ya miondi wana wangombo. Walo eme walo mulunga o. Ewoka ya miondi wana wangombo. Walo eme walo mulunga o. Naga adamoni maga o. Naga ndiye munya na joke. Mana miano jane ya mbaba. Ya o ya o ya o awi burangi Yikama vitana Jehovah Erataka tohunya Ingwana mokwe awi liambo Ingwana mokwe awi burangi Yikama vitana Jehovah Erataka tohunya Ingwana mokwe awi lavite Ingwana mokwe lavite Ingwana mokwe awi lavite Ingwana mokwe lukulu Ingwana mokwe ogo Ingwana mokwe Elia, 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 oh, Elia, oh. Ingwana mokwe zika, nyukwa, yeze, tembe, ondo, akwa, uhe, airunja, Olingane tengana ngondo, keka omotange olio, Orilingana ngana ngondo ngundu riori muande. Onyamele tengana ngondo, keka omotange olio, Orinyamele ngana ngondo ngundu riori muande. Olitina tengana ngondo, keka omotange olio, Orilitina ngana ngondo ngundu riori muande. Ingwana mokwe awi lavite Ingwana mokwe lukulu Ingwana mokwe ogo Ingwana mokwe bini Ingwana mokwe awi lavite Ingwana mokwe lukulu Ingwana mokwe ogo Ingwana mokwe bini
Welcome back, and yes, we are still here making sure that you have enough of it. And yes, our topic of discussion is still right there on your screen. Tell us, what is that favorite African dish of yours and how often do you eat it? We take on another comment here, and this person says, good morning to you in the studio. This is Brian from Sampit. My favorite African dish is yet to be discovered, but I love plantain and vegetable. I have that at least 3 times a week. Plantain and vegetable. What vegetable? First of all, thank you so much, Brian, for contributing. But are you trying to tell me that you still don't have a favorite African dish? Anyways, plantain and vegetable is an African dish. It's just that it's not really particular. I would say accustomed to a particular set of maybe tribe or clan. Thank you so much for contributing this morning. And Brian says he eats that at least 3 times a week. Imagine you eating vegetable at least 3 times a week, and with plantain, of course, that is to say that's your favorite. Okay, we move over to the next one. And this person says, good morning to you, Rita. My favorite African dish is my traditional dish, which is kwakoko and banga soup. I don't eat it regularly because it is difficult, expensive, and needs a good hand to prepare it in order for me to enjoy it well. And this is Liengu from Small Support. Thank you so much, Liengu from Small Support. Liengu is telling us this morning that her favorite African dish is kwakoko and banga soup. My dear, if you marry a Bakri lady, you have to be just, when you wake up sometimes, just give her 10k for that particular dish. Like when you remove ekwang, kwakoko and banga soup, jeez, that meal, if you are not like this, our African mothers, in fact, you can start preparing that meal in the morning and you finish in the evening. Let's say if you're not fast. But our mothers, there's a way they do it. We don't even know how they go about doing it. Everything gets ready on time and they are very, very snappy with it. Kwakoko and banga soup. The Mokwema will say timbanambusa, you know, the one that they slice it and they do like. So the act of doing that is called timbanambusa. Some sweet banga soup. Liengu says that's her favorite meal, and she doesn't really eat it often because it's quite expensive. Yes, it is expensive to prepare and takes a lot of time. Yeah, it takes time. Like you literally need to put in your energy. So if somebody prepares kwakuku and banga soup for you, my dear, that person has showed you love because they took their time and energy to prepare that food. It's not just one of those meals that you just 5 minutes or let me say 1 hour time you're done. No. Kwakuku and banga soup, before you clean the cocoa, before you peel the cocoa yams, before you grate it, before you come to tie, and then before you boil the palm nuts, and then I don't even want to start. Like the whole process is very, very timely. So we move over to the next one this morning, and the person says, good morning to you in the studio. My favorite African dish is achu. I have it at least 3 times a week, and this is Donald from Limbe. Donald, are we serious here? Your favorite African dish is achu, and you have it at least 3 times a week? No, you are really respecting the African dish. Like you're respecting your love for it. But achu, when you remove, there's achu, there's kati, there's kwakuku and banga soup. No, achu, kati, fufu eru is even very snappy. It's one of those meals that in no time it's already ready. And Donald is telling us this morning that his favorite African dish is achu, and he eats that at least 3 times a week. Wow. Donald, are you planning to get married to a lady of your clan? Because you will be pounding, she'll be preparing the soup, sometimes you pound the fufu. I mean, you cannot be liking achu 3 times a week now. It's not doctor's prescription. Anyways, thank you so much for contributing. And this time around we are going to talk something else, which is the markets. We have been talking a lot in the studio. Let's go find out what's happening in the market, and when we come back we talk more on our topic of discussion.
Okay, so my dear people, good morning now. We're still in our OIC store with Wabo. That way you can give them checkers. I'm waiting to carry a chichi, your papa.
Good morning, Auntie.
This is plenty national student. So how market don't go?
Recently, market on is slow, but with the push and small.
Okay.
Yes.
About that, why you don't? What really motivate you to do this particular business? I say other businesses, they why?
I'll be university graduate. So when I finish my university, I think about several things that I fit do. So I not be get any fruitful idea at Profit time. So I started my small business now with water bottles, and but from water bottles I don't migrate to this one. I don't progress. So I'm actually very happy to be doing this now because at least it gives me a source of income, and these are the few things I sell. I sell kitchen utensils. I sell minor kitchen utensils you can have, not like bulky ones, but the small things you really need in your kitchen.
So for how long have you actually been in this business?
I started, it's been 3 months since I started this business, and so far I can say it's going well.
Okay, so how is the turnover rate from this business?
The turnover rate, I can say, when I buy in bulk and I sell at least 2 weeks and I buy again. So
what are the challenges you have actually been facing as far as your business? What are the challenges with customers, with where you buy and everything?
It's really challenging because you as a seller, you need to know what kind of goods the customers need, what is really in high demand, and if you buy something that is not really in high demand, you end up keeping it to yourself or having it for a long time before selling it. So those are some of the challenges. So, and to some buyers who don't agree with the prices to sell things, because it's been long. Some of them, it's been long they buy stuff like this. So when they come and the prices have changed, they refuse to accept the new prices in the market.
Okay, so actually, how does this business help you?
So far, I'm independent at the moment. So with this, I can eat 3 times a day, and I can equally buy my few needs and I need, and I save for future products.
Okay, so where do you get this business?
I buy all this stuff from Douala. Buy them from Douala and I bring them to sell here in Buea.
Okay, so how can you talk about the cost of transportation?
Yes, it affects my business because for you to actually make profit, you need to be able to calculate your transport, and all that goes to that's money you are not being paid for, right? Yeah, that's extra cost that you didn't budget for. So with all that, you know how you need to know the days when you have to go and the days when not to go. Like for example, on Mondays, it's more expensive to travel. The transport on Monday is way higher, so it costs more to go to buy on Monday than on other weekdays. On days when you know that the transport will definitely be higher, you need to buy more. So when you will sell for a longer period in order not to go there regularly. Yes, by so doing you have to save up the transport for, like, you don't go every week.
So do you actually aim to stay doing this business for a more longer time?
Yes, actually with the way things are going, I think I'll actually progress with this, and hopefully I might actually own a shop of my own.
Alright, so is there a particular season where you always, or a particular day where you always feel like, okay, this is a particular period that customers are buying this?
Like I said, I started this recently, just 3 months ago when I started, and I started with water bottles before getting to this. But so far, I think this is it's not like a seasonal market. It's something that it's all year round. People demand for it all year round. Yeah. So I think I'm going to stick with it. So the advice I have for my younger ones coming up to graduate. So the thing is, one thing I need to advise you guys on is, you should be thinking while schooling. You think of how to earn a living for yourself, what you can do to be able to support yourself, and maybe help your parents or save them the extra costs of sponsoring you.
Then some youth of your age will be like, I cannot do this, I cannot do this.
The advice I can give you is never stop starting something. Me, to start my business, it was really tough because being a graduate, I had classmates, I had coursemate, all of them knew me. So that feeling of, what if I go and my coursemate meets me, how am I going to feel? Keep shame aside. Yes, that's the biggest advice I would tell them. Keep shame aside. Whatever you need to do, don't stop thinking about what people will think or say about you. Just do it. As long as it is good for you, do it. So I would start with the knives I have here. With the knives I have here, I have knives ranging from 100 francs to 1,000 francs, depending on the sizes and the quality. For example, this is a new classic knife we have here, and it's actually sold for 500 francs. This is the regular traditional knife we have, and it's sold for 300 francs. And this one, this one, it's used by these butchers who sell meat, and I sell it for 1,000 francs. Sometimes I can sell it for 800 francs depending on how the person buys or the quantity the person demands for. So I have cups here as well. I have good plastic cups. These are cups that are mostly glass, like they look like glasses, but they are made of plastic, right? So most people prefer these because they look classy and the glass, but they are not that fragile as compared to glasses. And these ones too, they are good cups, good plastic cups, stylish as well, easy to wash. So for this I give them 4 for 1,000 francs. These ones I give 4 for 1,000 francs, and most of them are 4 for 1,000 francs, right? Yeah. So I equally have spoons here. I have eating spoons, and there are spoons of 2 different qualities. There's a dozen here. I sell this one. A dozen is 500 francs. A dozen is 800 francs, and 2 for 1,500. Yeah. So these are whisk used for cakes and pancakes or whatever you need. Just 500 francs here for this size. Then moving on to plates, I have our regular traditional plates, the ones mostly used in local restaurants. These ones are sold 5 for 1,000 francs, and when you want a dozen, it's sold for 2,200. So we equally have these stylish plastic plates that are almost glass-like, right? So these are good plates, and they don't fall when they break, right? They don't break when they fall. So these ones are sold for 1,000 francs. And I equally have this type too. It's a new design with storage boxes. So this one is a set. You can get this set for 3,500 francs. You can equally get them separately depending on the size you want. Then we have graters. I have graters of all shapes and sizes. This one is a grater with a dish. With this, you use it and everything you grater, it falls into the bowl directly. That you leave no room for dirt or germs. So we have this. It has multi-side, like it has multi-uses. You can actually use it for many purposes. You can use it for your tomatoes, you can use it even for salad. You can use it for chips and everything you desire to use with the grater. So this I sell it for 2,000 francs, and it comes in 2 sizes. This is a much smaller size. This one is sold for 1,500 francs. So I have frying pans too as well. I have frying pans here. So this I sell for 2,000 francs, and this I sell for 1,500 francs. They are very affordable graters, and the prices too are magnificent.
They are not selling.
I'm selling, Auntie. I'm actually selling. We have these glass-like trays. They are so stylish. They look like glasses, but they are actually plastic. They are made from plastic, so they look presentable. You can definitely use them for occasions and whatever you like. It comes in several colors. So as you see here, it comes in various colors. Depending on the color you would like, you can have it for just 1,500 francs. Get to me for all the kitchen utensils. You can contact me on WhatsApp or call me directly on 676-569-983. Let me call it again. 676-569-983. My name is Brian Duncan. Good morning. Keep watching High TV.
And if you are about going to the market this morning, I'm sure you must have gotten how the prices are ongoing there concerning that particular commodity. Yes, right about now we talk information, and on the information sector we talk what the newspapers are saying with Larry Etengene. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning to you, Rita Mafani Mujoko. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. It's the midweek edition of the program, and we thank God today is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday and the midweek edition, which means we are wrapping up for this weekend. Christmas is fast fast approaching. So what are the newspapers saying?
Well, the newspapers still have their eyes on fuel scarcity in Cameroon, as it has been the phenomenon for some days now, where several towns and cities in the country, Cameroon, cannot access fuel due to fuel scarcity, following despite the communique from the Minister of Water Resources and Energy, Gaston Elindo Sumba, indicating that it will be made available. That was yesterday, Tuesday, but for now it has been the same scenario where people needs to fight before they can get a glimpse or some few liters of fuel. We could have this other one from Esther Omam, the daughter from the Antivision, who presented this awards that she won over there in Europe. That was presented to the Minister of Women's Empowerment and the Promotion of the Family, Marie-Therese Abena Ondua. We equally have this other situation too in our news papers for today. Talking of Professor Maurice Kamto, where he says he remains firm and buys the vision of Cameroon Renaissance Movement Party, as he was re-elected overwhelmingly at the Yaoundé Congress recently. Rita, that was what we'll be talking about.
Okay, our viewers are waiting for the details.
Hello there, viewers of High Television. You're welcome to Paper Review Slot with me, Tingling Larry Kevin Tabot. We start off with Eden newspaper for this morning. The paper of late Chief Zach Zangadembo says, fulfilling its CSR action as Dangote Cement brings life to Limbe to construct hands borehole to Limbola. That is what you can read on Eden newspaper for this morning. At State Ordinary Congress, Professor Maurice Kamto picks another MRC mandate, scoring 99.23% of the votes cast. And we take you to Bando Yavako 2023, talks of 1,000 floats Limbe for one of the activities that started on Saturday. And in this set paper, the paper talks on government salutes international award-winning Esther Omam for strides in humanitarian actions. We move away from that paper of late Chief Zangadembo. We take you now to Le Quotidien. Le Quotidien talks of the World Prize of Pluralism. It says Esther Omam Jomo gives the country of her origin a shining light. You can find more on Le Quotidien on the daughter from the Division, Esther Omam Jomo. We'll move over to urban development. This talks of a new phase for the city of Bafoussam in the West region, following the C2D, the developmental plan of the government. And we take you to the 2024 finance law. It talks of the principles of innovation. Get to read that story on page 5 on Le Quotidien for today. Mutation for this morning comes back to the Yaoundé Obankolo landslide victims. It says the ordeal that the victims now go through, as captioned for us by Mutation for this day. Douala, Yaoundé and other cities. It says the crisis of force scarcity continues. Semak sub-region, the paper reports on the growth rate of the Semak sub-region and how the various government in the Central African sub-region needs to reduce the taxation system. Get to read that story on that said paper for today. Less than 4 show for this morning says, I will not be disloyal. I will never be disloyal. That is what is coming from Maurice Kamto during the Cameroon Renaissance Movement elective congress that took place at the Yaoundé Congress Hall recently. We take you to another political party, this time around PCRN party of Cabral Libre. The paper is saying why the founding member of that party needs to dialogue with the national president, that is Honorable Cabral Libre. We'll move over to Nigeria with The Nation. The Nation talks on electricity crisis, government to sell off 40% of investment in discourse. Get to read that story on that said paper. Influential Nigerians behind illegal mining. You can find more on page 4 on The Nation. Labour flies ministers opposal on 17 trillion naira pension fund. And we talk something else. It says how to shore up Nigerians foreign exchange by finance minister. You can find that story on page 25 on that said paper for today. We move over to the Punch. The Punch newspaper talks of Ondo crisis. Deputy governor takes over as Adekurulu returns to Germany for treatment. Get to read that story on page 2. Tinubu begs Nigeria doctor abroad to return home. And we move over to federal government props use of foreign prisoners as construction workers. Federal government still on page 18, and we take you to the unending crisis in the river state in south Nigeria. It says court bars pro-Wiki speaker, APC demands sanction for judge. You can find that story on page 2. Punch Sports Extra for this day, it says African treasure, making reference to Victor Osimhen and Asisa Oshoala, who won the Ballon d'Or of CAF in your continent that took place recently in Marrakesh, Morocco. CAF Awards, the paper says I didn't vote Salah, says Amukiliki. Get to read that story on that said paper. Jackson's escape FA ban, and French champions seek last 16 spots and the ongoing Champions League. And we'll take you to Manchester City. Says City considers signing new striker. You can find more on page 5 on the sports paper for today. Quotidian Nico Sante report on the elections of the Cameroon Medical Council. It says Dr. Manawana Malachi, Minister of Public Health, congratulates Dr. Funkwa and Dr. Jinjeb for their elections that brought them to the fore on the Cameroon Medical Council. And still in the medical domain, the paper reports on the African Leadership for Health. It says Kresa is the winner of 2 categories that was given to her. Get to read more on that paper on page 4. We move over to L'Action, the CPDM publication talks on Parliament. It says the paper reports on the discourse, the fatal discourse on both the lower and upper houses of the legislature in the country. We take you now to this other story, the Ngon Festival, that have been registered as the one of UNESCO Heritage Cultural Festival. As the paper gives a thumbs up to the state of Cameroon. Association of elected French representative in the French legislature says adding value to Cameroon's development. Get to read this also on page 8 on that publication for today. Distinction, it says Jean-Marie Abena is the best mayor in the country, Cameroon. We'll move over to municipal updates of Victor Cham. It says to foster technical education, professionalism, Bias Envoy inaugurates government bilingual technical high school in Sam in Yaoundé. That is Prime Minister Joseph John Guti for winning Canadian High Commissioner Human Rights Award. Southwest Governor hails laureate Barrister Ewele Lyonga for upholding rights defending in the country. Northwest, the paper report on social entrepreneur engages with Northwest Regional Assembly on enhancing grassroots development. And we move over to Mundane Village. It says inhabitants petition authorities over illegal forest exploitation. Get to read that story on page 5 on the publication of Victor Mbamecham for this morning. We'll cross over to Newswatch, another Yaoundé-based paper of Eugene D. Newswatch talks of Northwest Southwest killings galore as armed conflict fades from global gaze. And in that said paper, Kamasej Osiwa meeting sets tune for groundbreaking CFA France 180 million. How true is that? Get some proposed answers as provided by Eugene T on page 5. At presentation of Global Pluralism Awards, government applauds Esther Omam for peace building humanitarian action across the nation. We'll take you to Breaking Ngon Festival finally makes its UNESCO Cultural Heritage list. Get to read that story on page 8 on Newswatch for this morning. Moving over to the Eagle's Eyes for this day, talks of SDF Cameroon Federation of Trade Union Unite to amplify workers' voices. You can find that story on page 2. We'll move over to worst session ever in history as Joshua Osei gives a dissect on the just ended November session of Parliament in Cameroon. And 2024 finance bill, it talks of sparks criticism from Honorable Cabral Libri. Get to read his take on page 4 on that publication for this morning. We'll take you to Le Chapeau of Carol Tamba for today. Talks of fuel scarcity. It says how the progressive fuel scarcity returns to normal. That is what Carol is telling us on her Le Chapeau newspaper for today. Le Chapeau newspaper for today. And we take you to the CAF 2023 African Cup of Nations. It says Andre Onana and Nzambo Ankisa on the top 11. Get to read that story on that said publication. Moving over to Le Populaire historic newspaper for today. It says how to regularize this order, making reference to Kabage Gibre and President Paul Biya as captioned for us by the historic newspaper for this morning. From that historic newspaper of Le Populaire, we cross over to L'Avenir. L'Avenir talks of fuel scarcity. It says the 13,000 cubic meters of fuel has not gotten to the Yaoundé market. That is what you can find on L'Avenir newspaper for today. While Le Soir for this morning, a report on fuel scarcity. It says government says the situation will be under control. You can find more on that paper for today. And we take you to this bedbug outbreak that was reported in the neighborhood of Brikitiri in Yaoundé. The paper gives a dissect on how to manage this bedbug incident that was reported in Yaoundé. Le Génération Libre newspaper for today talks on how the war of clans block the opening of certain fuel station. This time around, we are talking on green oil in Yaoundé and some other parts of the country. We take you to this affair of Baba Dampolio and MTN. It says the president of Cameroon Unions of Employers, Jikam Telesen Tawamba, attacks the violation of justice methods to MTN Cameroon by the Cameroon government or the Cameroon justice system. Get to read his take there on page 3 on Génération Libre newspaper for today. We cross over to Africa Performance for this morning. You have a similar caption. It says the affair Dampolio and MTN, the justice system in Cameroon interest on attacking and violating this MTN. That is the take on the Jikam boss Celestin Tawamba. We'll move away from that on ending wahala between MTN Cameroon and Dampolio. We talk on something else. The paper reports on the call of responsibility on those that meted a lot of on the colonial government of France that meted a lot of unending suffering to some local Cameroonians prior to independence. You can find that story on that said paper for this morning. The Horizon for this morning talks on School Storms Douala and Dr. Rudolph Fonkwa is the new Cameroon Medical Council president. You can find the details on that said paper on page 5. On the paper talks of Tumfor Barrister Nico Hale calls for immediate Christmas ceasefire in restive Anglophone regions of the country. Nigerian diplomats, that is the Consul General for the Northwest and Southwest region, Ambassador Lawan Bapa, discussed a security initiative with Northwest Governor Lele Lafrique. Anglophone crisis, Shada calls for the release of Anglophone detainees following the celebrations of the Universal Declarations for Human Rights that was commemorated last Saturday. A Cote du Parlement reports on Honorable Louis André Ngacha, who says he is a French national of Cameroonian descent, and he needs to make sure to promote his country following his delegation of French parliamentarians that he led to Cameroon recently. That is what a Cote du Parlement is telling us for this morning. We take you now to the news for today. Talks of tension of distribution of hydrocarbon or petroleum products in the country that that caused a lot of panic across some major filling stations. Get to read that story on that paper for today. And we take a bow with Lavoie du Gène for this morning. It talks of the Equalisian 100. It says cream of the estimates. Get to read that story on Lavoie du Gène newspaper for today. With Lavoie du Gène viewers of High Television, this is where we'll put a wrap on this segment of the program. Back to Rita Mafani Mujoko with the rest of the program.
Thank you so much for bringing us updates as usual, and updates which matter. Straight away onto our topic of discussion this morning, Larry. You're asking the question. First, I'm asking the question. Why are you not just in front of me? What's your favorite African dish?
My favorite African dish, I think it will be the dish from the Barondo people, popularly known as chopped pepper.
Mekere Nandunga?
No, hell no, not that one. You wanna kill me?
Those people eat plantain and pepper like sauce, like tomato sauce.
I'm talking on Rabin Ekbang. Yeah, the one with the leaves from cocoyams.
Yeah,
that wrap like that. I love that one, man.
Okay.
And when it is properly done, not by anyone, because we have there's this lady in Limbe. That lady's tastes so. Look, I think I rate her 100 on 100. I'm talking on Sister Vivian. She sells in Limbe New Market, and big shout out to all the traders over there. So that lady, she's a Barondo girl, a lady. The way she does it, Rita, if you have to taste just a plate, I think you'll go for a pot.
If I have to taste a plate, I'll go for a pot. That means it's extremely delicious.
No.
And when you talk of Ekwang, I'm thinking of Silo. She's also a Barondo she's a Barondo lady as well. Silo, a master Silo. I mean, Silo's Ekwang is, sometimes when I prepare Ekwang, she'll be like, Rita, come, just come. Like, you understand? Like the ingredients there. I'm like, but she said, no, there's a way. Like, her Ekwang, when I want to eat eggplant, I'm like, okay, so let's prepare it together. Let's do it together. Okay, so that is it. Thank you for contributing.
Thank you for having me.
We have we are still on the show, and yes, our studio clock is telling me that we still have more time together, just you and I, on this Wednesday. And yes, we have a lot more to talk about, but we take on this musical break, and when we come back, we talk more.
My sunrise in your eyes. See what my guy do. What a song. It's a man coming. Hey pretty sweet girl, your love you don't capture my soul. Nigga just confess all to you. Hey mommy, you ain't rapture me, oh. If I kiss goodbye to you, my life will turn bitter charcoal. I get this control. I'm nothing to console me. Darling, remember say I promise to be faithful and true. I know I'll take you for fool. Baby, believe me when I say I see no other but you. I'm no fit cheat on you. My sunrise in your eyes. See what my guy kukuru. When I wake up by your side, I went just for your fufu. I'm completely hypnotized. You remind me what I will use to do. Anytime you start to smile, your love make me happy, mumu. Happy, mumu. Happy, mumu. 'Cause I'll be so happy with you. Happy, mumu. You fit count on me morning to night. Where they do you wrong, I go there to fight. When they cut light, you shining brightly. Sacrifice my life, I'll be your night. Any place you go, me, I go to follow. Spend for you like a big door. Money plenty, I don't withdraw. For you, darling. Remember, say I promise to be faithful and true. I know I'll take you for fool. Baby, believe me when I say I see no other but you. I know fit cheat on you. My sunrise in your eyes. See what my guy kukuru. When I wake up by your side, I just found your fufu. I'm completely hypnotized. You remind me what I will lights in your eyes. See what I get, when I wake up by your side, I just for your fufu. I'm completely hypnotized. You be money whatever you do. Anytime you start to smile, your love make me happy, mumu. Happy, 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 mumu. Happy, mumu. Happy, 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 mumu. Cause I be so happy, happy, happy with you. Happy with you. Happy, 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 mumu. Happy, mumu. Your love make me happy. Your love is insane. Your love make me happy. I love it so bad. I love it so sweet. Your love make me happy.
Hey, Mr. K-Mix. Welcome back, and yes, we are still right here in the studio making sure that the information I promised you gets to meet you right just where you are seated. And this time around we'll be talking sportive information with Sunita Ngunye. Good morning, Sunita.
Good morning, Richard Mafani. Nobody confidence, nobody can understand.
No.
Yeah,
don't.
Yes, in terms of president for the FECA Food Bureau, and we'll be looking at some of the achievements that he has made wide. His term continues to why not go on. Now we'll be looking at the Guinness Super League. We'll be looking at many other things, fixtures for today.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Rita Mafani Mojoko, for giving me the mic this morning. And yes, it's Sunita Ngunye on the Labamu Show this morning to talk sports update to you. And once more, good morning. And today we are going to be looking at what has transpired 2 years since Samuel Eto'o is the president in terms of the FECA Food Bureau in Cameroon, where we look at work in terms of the work mandate, where, mind you, that the very first time this particular authority or personality was elected, because at 9 a.m. the FECA Food Head Office in Yaoundé at Oja was not open, and because of this particular, because of his term, these things have changed. To go to the FECA Food Bureau even at 7 o'clock, the doors are always open. So those are one of the things that in terms of work milieu he has changed. I will go straight away to look in terms of the stadium, where we have fans returning back to the various stadiums across the national territory. At first it wasn't like that, but because of the reign of Samuel Eto'o, there is always an influx in terms of games and in terms of the numbers of fans in this stadium. And equally we talk about the subventions that have been coming up and that has been given out to various clubs, and equally players' salaries have been very should I say, it has been flowing regularly in terms of when we spoke to one of the very 2023-2024 regional championship, where it is Ajas Lion FC of Lukumba, Al Jazeera Sports Academy of Boyoka, Ates FA Boyam, Football Club from Boya, Kalik University Sports Academy, Kusa Boyam, Sinodel Football Academy Boya, Continental Academy, Dream Soccer Academy, Fakol United Football Club, Future Dreams Academy, and Istanbul Football Academy, Jesus Football Club, Kumba City Football Club, Kumba Lakers, Legend Football Academy, Little Foot Football Club, Livada Lions, Mount Cameroon Football Club, Nkamani Football Initiative, Prisons Football Club, Southwest United Football Club, Tico United Football Club, Treviso Football Club. So far, these are the 25 list of eligible clubs for the 2023-2024 regional championship. I will go straight away to look at the list too in terms of the teams that have been promoted to join these 25 eligible clubs. And yes, looking at Fakot Division, it is LX Sport Football Club, And mind you that Ellen Sport was a champion in terms of the Fako Divisional League in terms of this season, and they have been promoted to join the Southwest Regional League Championship alongside Kamjo Sports Academy and Talented Sports Academy. While from the Manu Division, it is Manu FC that why not joins the crew. And looking at Meme Division, we have Paradise New Stars Football Formation Center and Waspito Football Foundation. So a total of 6 clubs will be joining the eligible 25 clubs in terms of why not the upcoming season for the Southwest Regional League. While in Dian we have no team, equally in Lebialem and in Kupe Maninguba, no team, as the various divisional leagues in these particular divisions have not been played since the crisis started. And that is it in terms of the clubs that are eligible for the upcoming Southwest Regional League that begins on the 6th of January 2024. I want to say congratulations to Ellen Paul, Nkamju and Talented Football Club for why not joining the race, as the doors are going to be open on the 6th of January. Mind you that we have some aspiring clubs at Fako United, like Dream Soccer, like a host of many other clubs that want to test what the Elite 2 is made up of. And that is it in terms of the Southwest Regional League. We are going straight away to look at what transpired in terms of the Guinness-Seco match day 8 across the national territory as the Ballon d'Or nomination continues. And we are going straight away to look at the result in terms of match day 8 of the Guinness-Seco, where it was RS Fortuna that picked up a 1-0 defeat over Authentic of Douala, while Eden Fuse picked up a 2 in terms of the 4th season of the Guinness-Seco for this particular season, where they have been why not top in terms of the standings for more than 4 match days. And I think we should say congratulations to FC Borowa, as they are actually into a good fitting this season and they made a serious business. And Leo's Min Pro actually picked up a 2-0 victory over RSRY, where it was Amazon and Fab that was beaten by Lekki of a Fuse 3 goals 2-1, and Kaiman Fields picked up a 1-1 draw against Jasport. In Tabang, the team from the Northwest region picked up a 1-0 victory over a class of SAR, and that is it in terms of results for the Guinness-Seco for match day 8. And as we go straight away to look at the standings after match day 8, it is FC Bolowa that is still standing tall in terms of the standings of the Guinness-Seco with 22 points after 8 games played, winning 7, losing none, and picking just 1 draw. And mind you that this is the only team that is still to be defeated in terms of the 4th season of the Guinness-Seco. And in the second position, it is Lekki with 18 points, followed by Leo's Min with 18 points, on Tentic 17 points, a clear of SAR 13 points, in Jasport 10 points, Itambang 9 points, RSWA 9 points, Kaimang Douala 7 points, Edifi 6 points, and at the 11th position it's Amazon Fab with 4 points, at the 12th position RS Fortuna with 4 points. That is it in terms of standings of the Guinness-Seco after match day 8. And yes, we look at today's fixtures from match day 9. Who are those that are going to be clashing against who in terms of this particular match day 9 of the Guinness-Seco, where it is going to be in Jasport at exactly 1 o'clock. That is going to lock horns with RS Fortuna at the Centre Technique of Fekafood at Oza in Yaoundé. And meanwhile, RS Awa still 1:30 at the Omispo Annex 1 Stadium is going to clash against Amazon Fab. And Leo's Min Prof still the same stadium at 3:30 is going to play against Lekki of Memphis. At the Stadium Annex 1 of Olembe is going to be a clear of Sam at 1 o'clock against Eden Fuse. Meanwhile, FC Bolowa is going to lock horns with Kaiman Face at 3 o'clock. Meanwhile, tomorrow, Thursday, 14 December 2023, at the University Stadium over there in Bambly in the Northwest region, it is going to be Tambang that is going to welcome Authentic at exactly 11 o'clock. And that is it in terms of the fixtures for match day 9 of the Guinness Eco. And yes, we talk on the Champions League. What transpired yesterday in terms of the Champions League, where it was PSV and Viton that picked up a 1-1 draw against Arsenal after full time of play. Meanwhile, Manchester United still lost at home over Bayern Munich 1-0. Real Madrid, I want to say hello Madrid because I am a Madrid fan, and it was Madrid that actually picked up a 3-2 victory over Union Berlin after full-time play. Meanwhile, it was Real Sociedad that picked up a 0-0 tie against Inter, and meanwhile FC Copenhagen picked up a 1-0 victory over Galatasaray, and Manchester United was still defeated at home. And that is it in terms of what transpired in the Champions League. And we are going straight away to look at the games for today. I know I have some Champions League fans that are watching and wanting to see who are those that are going to be playing today. And today at 6:45, it is going to be FK Nkuvana that is going to lock us with Manchester City. The Citizens, are we all there? Today pick up the rendezvous at 6:45. Meanwhile, Coventry City is going to play with Southampton, while Leicester City is going to lock us with Millwall at exactly 8:45. Atletico Madrid against Lazio at 9 o'clock. Meanwhile, Celtic is going to clash with Feyenoord. Meanwhile, Borussia Dortmund is going to lock us with Paris Saint-Germain at 9 o'clock, while Newcastle United is going to play with AC Milan at exactly 9 p.m. And that is it in terms of the Champions League features for games that are going to be played today. Pick up the rendezvous and watch your screen. And equally, in terms of the Guinness Eco, you can go through the University of Bambali Stadium to watch the Tambon Welcome Authentic. You can equally and go to other stadiums to watch the Guinness Eco. And not to forget, just to remind you that the second edition of the Cameroon Ballon d'Or is ongoing. You wouldn't want your big football player to miss this opportunity to be crowned the Ballon d'Or player. I'm talking in terms of the male category, where we have people like Mahop, we talk about Che Malong, we talk about many other football players in terms of both the MTN Elite 1 and 2 categories. In terms of best goals, we have Emmanuel Mahop still that is in this particular contest at the bar equally. And mind you that the voting is free. It's just for you to dial the *179# and you get to vote for your best player in terms of the male category, and equally the female category, and the best goal for the 2023 football season. It's over to you to why not put your player at the spotlight. And that is it in terms of the spot I ran up with Nkunyi Sonita and the Alabama show this morning. Thank you very much, Rita Mafani, for why not giving me the mic this morning.
You're welcome, and thank you for always bringing us the sport updates just the right way. And this brings me straight on to our topic of discussion this morning.
Okay.
When I look at you, let me be a prophetess this morning. When I look at you, let me see what you like the African dish that you like your favorite.
Ready?
Can we have a song playing behind? You know, when people want to prophesy in churches, when the pastors want to prophesy or the prophets, there's this slow sound.
Instruments.
Yes, Rudolph. There's this slow sound that plays at the back, and then you get now, and then they'll be like, "Hey!" That's how they do it, right?
Okay.
Yes, they'll be like, "Hey!"
You are the one telling me, praise God.
Praise the Lord.
I will not answer.
Well, let's do this thing now.
Okay.
And they'll be like,
hallelujah.
Can I prophesy?
Prophesy.
Sister, you not shout more than the man of God.
I feel like
the woman of God.
They know that's how they do it. The person who is replying, the voice is always louder than that of the prophet or the prophetess.
Okay.
So maybe we should rewind.
Okay, so let's rewind. Rudolph, we need some more sound.
More sound behind.
So, how they do it? Can
I pro?
Can I
prophesy, Papa? Papa, look deeper.
You have shouted like that. I've lost the prophecy.
Continue. The Spirit of God will be angry with you.
Just tell me, how can you shout like that? Now the prophecy has evaporated.
It cannot evaporate. That means that you wanted to lie.
No,
yes, Papa, you wanted
as I'm looking at you like that, as I'm looking at you right now,
Papa.
Don't you eat?
I eat that. Who doesn't
in your house? Is there no blind there?
There's no blind.
Have I been to your house?
There's no. Father, Man of God, you are lying.
How can I tell man of God?
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, you are not
this is the thing. They say a prophet is not accepted, or is it what
accepted in his hometown?
In his hometown.
No, prophet. That is not what I am saying.
Wait. Let's be truthful. If I come now to your house,
yes, man of God,
will I not see a chair?
Man of God, in every house there is a chair.
Answer. Is there a chair in your house?
There is no a chair in my house.
It's okay. Let me leave this prophecy thing. There are things that let me just leave it now. It's okay. You will not really believe me. Is your mother not a woman?
My mother, you have already said it now.
No, the question is your mother not a woman?
She is a woman.
Is your father not a man?
My father is a woman.
It's okay, I'm not doing it again. If it's you like this my career in prophecy will go down.
Amen.
Viewers, I'm not doing it again.
Viewers all over the world.
Viewers all over the world, watch your screen. Distance is not a barrier. It's not a barrier. Touch your screen. Yes, use the number there and touch your screen.
To feel the atmosphere in the studio this morning.
Feel it. If you can join us, join us. They don't join this kind of prophecy because they will slap you. Say your grandmother is the one that is doing like that.
You not say that.
Say your grandfather is beyond all of your problems. Say my grandfather
died long ago.
Yes, when I say your grandfather, your uncles, how many grandfathers do you have?
One.
So it's okay. Let me just leave this prophecy thing. Let me concentrate on what I came to do here. Okay. Thank you all for watching. This is where I come to the end of my prophecy this morning. With Sonita, I cannot go far with this career. I've already ended it.
That's because I'm an eye opener. Yes. Acknowledge it.
So you know how they do it. When the prophet tries and tries, I cannot get the answer.
He calls on.
It's not like I don't know your problem. Tell me what is your problem.
You want to eat that really know my problem. I'm
no,
very smart.
I